we obviously got the lengthy injury for health updates on everyone. When Joel's able to come back and at least partially participate, how do you sort of balance starting to reinsert him while
Yeah.
also knowing he's not going to be?
Well, today he was in most of it, and we got to work on who we know is playing tomorrow. Again, there's a shift there, so you know we work with those guys that are going to be playing tomorrow mostly, and he was in all the drills, but kind of with the next unit or whatever, just to get him reacclimate and playing and part of the practice, but again focusing on most of the rotation that's going to be available tomorrow. Yeah.
That doesn't kind of give you, I guess, have an idea that like you can play without Joe, winning two in a row, not taking some two wins and take it to like the last.
Well, yeah, I don't think much changes from where we've been, right? We gotta continue to see who's there. I mean, you guys hear this from me all the time, but I'll say it again: see who's there, figure out the matchups, figure out the game plan, figure out the rotations, and go from there. And you know, we'll play as hard as we can and as well as we can.
Then I guess like what's the biggest challenge we go up against the Lakers? Like with
Yeah,
Davis and everything.
yeah, yeah. I thought. I mean, again, like obviously he's super skilled and super big, right? And so we got to try to devise something to take away some of the high percentage stuff. I thought in LA he really just played a lot bigger than us. He was just at the front of the rim, mostly offensive rebounding, some late rolling post up plays where we just didn't have time to send enough bodies because he was catching it, getting the ball too deep on the rebounds, getting it too deep on some of the actions. So we got to try to figure that out and at least try to push him out to making shots rather than layup after layup after layup. But it's certainly a challenge, right? Just because of the size and all that stuff.
With Kyle coming back the other night, I'm just kind of what you think of his the first
Yeah,
out there in a few weeks.
yeah. So again, when he's been available, it's tried to get him and Reggie out there together, just trying to develop something. And I think I haven't looked, but I just kind of want to feel like 4 of the 5 games we've done that, it's worked really well for whatever reason. Like, you know, they went out and had good, like even longer than expected moments. Like it was going so well, I let them play like 8 minutes straight, and I was thinking maybe 4.5 or 5 or whatever, and then it's not necessarily part of it that Tyrese is going to be out there with them. But again, Paul got hurt his hand at the moment that they were going in, and we were kind of like Tyrese said, "I'll stay," and he stays. And then I thought we found some good things to do with the combination of Reggie, Kyle doing some off-ball stuff with Tyrese, and anyway. So again, it's just another little wrinkle challenge that we're just trying to figure out who's in there and how they can be most effective. And I think we keep finding a little bit more that can help us and be on the positive. And we play a bunch of different defenses when they're in there just to kind of give them some longevity and not have to fight a whole lot of we're too small all the way across the board. But so we do some different things to try to keep us alive on those possessions. And again, just kind of buy time. Yeah.
Kelly's had back-to-back 20-point performance and double-digit performances.
Yep.
So you just think how big he's been.
Yeah. Really huge. I think, and especially the other night in Chicago, I think that we needed. Paul went out and Tyrese went to the bench. It was a close game. And Kelly really asserted himself and kind of provided a lot of the offense for that stretch. Tyrese was out, and that was huge. It just kept it like almost. I think it almost like reinvigorated us. Like all of a sudden, like we're trying to, we're all worried about where we're going to score from, with Tyrese out and Paul out. And then Kelly goes in and provides, like 4 plays in a row. And then all of a sudden we seem to like, all right, man, we got something here. We found something here, and we can get going. And Tyrese comes in, and then they all start hitting shots, and it enabled us to go away. So in the last game, it was really huge. The rebounding is super huge. Again, we got a rebound by committee. And he's been a big part of that committee. It's like, he's really tracked them down on the defensive ends and fought for them and played great.
Nick, when he got here, he had a bit of a reputation as like a very talented player, but maybe someone might say like not a winning player. And that's certainly like he's been a Swiss Army knife
Yep.
for you guys. So I guess how have you seen him evolve maybe from day one that you got him to now?
Well, totally agree with you. I think that took him a bit of time to figure out again like where he was and what the situation in life was a little bit. Um, but again, I think that we asked him first and foremost to start playing defense, like be a big part of our defense because you got the talent, the skills to do it. Um, uh, and again, that took some time. There was some ups and downs, but I think for the most part, he settled in. Was happy he was here. We were happy he was here. Um, kind of trying to continue to carve out what his role is, and it's difficult. I still say he's at his best with Joel. He's just such a threat to cut to the rim and when they're sending bodies and so then he has to kind of adjust for long periods again, not being in that role. Again, some ups and downs, some ups and downs, but again, for the most part, when we have some down moments, him and I together or him and the team together, we're always right back trying to fix them, and we usually do. Right? It's just part of it. And I mean, I got a lot of time for him, a lot of love for him. Uh, Appreciate that he keeps hanging in there, and he goes out there and fights like heck almost every night, and that's still part of like guys being available and guys that are going to fight every night is still kind of like what we'd like to be, who we'd like to be. Yep.
Bit of go ahead. I was gonna say a little bit of an off-topic question.
Yep.
Did you get a chance to take in any of yesterday with the Eagles, or are you so dialed in on what your guys are trying to?
I took in the game as a fan, just like everybody else. Yep. Took in the game, and obviously, congrats to them. Yep.
I guess
One more big one to go.
yeah, I was
Yep.
thinking, you've been here for a year and a half or so. This obviously Philly sports has such a reputation that
Yep.
it is, but like just kind of being immersed in that with a couple of
Yeah.
deep Phillies runs and this now, like just what have you learned about the sports culture?
Well, for me, probably with like anybody else, for me, my two boys are totally immersed in it. They're wearing their Eagles jerseys and they're playing football like nonstop all day yesterday, and gotta like cut them off. It's hard to cut them off to get them to bed. I mean, they were just they're wearing their jerseys and playing catch and diving all over the place, and that's kind of cool to kind of see. Yeah.
Brady got us about minutes in Chicago.
Yes.
With Delaware.
Yep.
What you made of his second season so far, and
Yep.
what's the approach moving forward with his?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's been again a little bit up and down for him. But again, just recently, like, I think he's still in a real learning stage. Again, I wasn't super happy. He wasn't alone here, but I wasn't super happy with his performance in Denver, just all around. Um, needed to use him in Chicago, and he went in there and played well. Right? Thought he could go down and work on some things that we see he can do for us on a consistent basis, and he went down there and did them yesterday, very very professionally. So again, just trying to whatever we got to do to get him to play at a little higher level and play a great role for us. We're going to continue to do, and we need him. We need him. Yep.
First of all, I guess like how's the foot? Like as you continue to progress.
Getting there. Getting there. I mean, I feel like I haven't played in a year, so I've just been back on the court working out and stuff. Just taking it day by day. Letting them know if I, feel anything or whatever, just to, keep everything transparent. But I've been feeling good.
Talking to Orlando, I mean, you were talking about how it's like been really hard to it's pretty much sit on the sideline
Yeah.
and watch everybody, working with God. I mean, I guess how tough has that been now? It's been a whole month. Of
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
How you gotta handle that?
No, it's been tough, but I mean, at the same time, it's like blessing in disguise, just seeing the game, from a different, standpoint, just being on the sidelines for so long. So, I mean, I'm doing as much as I can, obviously, to, work out stuff for my personal self, but at the same time, whatever I'm seeing, like I pull one of my teammates to the side during the game or whenever it may be and just try to help them out.
Yeah, what are some of the things maybe you notice when you're watching versus sort of being immersed in it every single day?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just the stuff that, our coaches, preach to us, or like other guys that we're not playing is preaching to us. But I think we've been doing better. I mean, a big thing, I think we've just been talking more, and everyone just kind of being vocal. And, if they see something, saying it and, applying it. Before, I feel like we was kind of, want to tell somebody something, but at the same time, like we really didn't like want to say it or whatever. But I think we all understand at the end of the day that, we're trying to help each other, and we're trying to win basketball games. So that's the most important thing.
What are kind of the next steps for you as you like, or the last kind of hurdles you have to
Yeah.
clear before you're
I mean, just practicing these next couple days, working out, obviously pregame and stuff like that. Maybe get another imaging on my foot just to make sure I'm like 100%. And besides that, just go out and be ready to play.
You had your best extended stretch here since you got here, right before you got hurt. I guess. What do you think was the key to that run you have, and how do you just pick up where you left off?
Yeah, I mean, every night I go out, whether night, afternoon game, whatever you want to call it, I just try to go out and play as hard as I can. I think it's me playing hard and me trying to help my teammates offensively, whether it's get them open, make that extra pass, or whatever it may be, and defensively, just like have a lot of energy. I think everything else like take care of itself. Like we have obviously Joel, Tyrese, and PG and the All-Stars. So I mean, obviously they're gonna take most of the offensive load, which is understandable. So I just try to go in and fit in and do the little stuff, because I feel like if I do that with their scoring abilities, I think we'll be a pretty damn good team.
now there's about a week and a half before the trade deadline. And I remember talking to you before the season and
Yeah.
just the way your contract is structured,
Yeah.
outsiders might think, oh, that's a contract that would be easy to
Yeah.
be traded, and sort of spoken about just, all right, I've been traded twice in a couple of months. I know how this goes.
Exactly.
Has your mindset shifted at all, just given we're kind of getting to that point?
Especially after last year when I got traded to LA from Houston and then from LA to here. I mean, I feel like that was probably like the craziest experience for me. And obviously at the time it was, tough being moved around and stuff like that. Obviously playing back home and leaving and, coming to a place I really don't know much about. But I've been comfortable here, and whatever happens, happens. Like I'm happy here. I can't control, well, front office or, whoever it may be, like what decisions they make. So I just come in every day, try to be a really good person and do my job.
Do you turn off social media like around this time?
Nah. I keep my social media on. I mean, I'm on it, but not like that. But I mean, I could care less what people say. Like, I see you guys every day. You guys know me. You guys know how I am as a person, and everyone else in this building does, and that's all I really care about.
Running a game like that, what are the biggest things that you kind of prioritize or just try to get out of a scenario like that?
First of all, I just wanted to help them get a win. I heard they lost a couple in a row and was trying to get back on track. Um, I know every game's important in the G League. I mean, every game's important up here, but it's a lot less games. So season can go by real quick. So you need to stack wins. So I was just trying to help them get a win and play the right way.
Play the right way. What is, expand a little more on that as far as what that means for you personally?
I feel like a lot of people could come down on assignment and just try to force their issue, try to jump 30, 40, 50 points, as many points they can. But my main goal is just to try to help them get a win. I'm familiar with most of those guys, so the chemistry was there. Really wasn't too much they had to insert. So just trying to play the right way and win the game, and that's what happened.
Guys like Jeff and Justin have done really well down there and translated up here. Do you take anything away from their experience? You have your own experience with it.
I was going to say I did a lot last year, so it's nothing new.
Ricky, a week and a half from the trade deadline. This is the second time we go through that now. I guess what do you think is the key to keeping everybody focused on the task at hand rather than any whatnot the next week and a half?
I feel like everybody knows the goal. We won 2 in a row, so we got to stay on track with that. Just try to continue to stack wins. Shouldn't be worried about nothing else. That's really not up to us at the end of the day. It's up to the people upstairs. So just got to focus on winning ball games.
But to that point, I mean, rumors are going to swirling all over the place on social media and things like that. Is this a time you kind of like shut social media off? You just gotta like you said, focus on the task at hand. You guys have to do.
I just feel like you gotta be mature. I'm 23, and I really don't care nothing about it. I understand there's nothing you can control. A lot of these guys, they were obviously traded and re-signed here because this is a brand new team, so they're used to it as well. So I don't think you got to go that deep of measures to cut off social media and stuff. Just stay focused at the task.
You talked about some of the other guys being used to it after doctor. So has anyone kind of advised how to get this time here?
No.
You mentioned the 2 wins in a row you guys have got. Now you're heading into your longest homestand of the year. Just what are some things that you guys feel like you guys have sort of found in those 2 wins that maybe carry over into this long home stretch?
I feel like we're just finally learning to accept who's out there is going to be who's out there. We're not going to be healthy every game. Not really any team is in NBA. So the guys that's out there just got to play their hardest and focus on the game plan. And I feel like we've been doing that. Even the Denver game, I feel like we played well. Like our percentages were super high from 3, from 2. We just weren't getting stops, and I feel like the last 2 games we focused on that. Obviously, being the number 1 team in the league, that's not easy. So, and we have a lot of games at home, so we just got to continue to stack wins at home court.